Hi. So in this video, I'm going to be focusing on how, all right, to use the serial print feature in the Arduino. Okay, now one of the main differences, correct, between trying to debug code that is fully on a PC compared to one that is running on an embedded hardware is the ability to print some statements to understand what is happening. Correct? If you were to just use uh, Visual Studio Code or some other platform to write an application, you can easily put in debug lines and know what is happening, or use some other techniques to find out the progress of your code. All right. Of course, debug lines are one of the most primitive ways of debugging code. Okay, to understand exactly where you are and what is happening. Now, how can you do that in the Arduino Uno? All right. So the Arduino Uno has a built-in serial function. All right, and we're going to explore how we can use that. All right, to print out some messages as your code executes to understand what is really happening. Correct. So I have the Arduino Uno here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight to the code. I'm not going to um, connect any hardware. All right. And this video is only going to be focused on the actual um, serial interface, how to get it up and running to print messages, and subsequently I will show you how to integrate it into uh, a code that already has some application running. Okay, so as before, okay, by now you should know this. We should always start with setup code and loop code. All right, now how do you set up the serial interface? So you need to use this function called serial.begin, and you should put a number inside. Now, what is this number? This number is what we call the baud rate. Okay, and baud rate basically means symbol rate. Okay, how fast you are transmitting data. So this serial interface, all right, as we know, physically we connect the Arduino to our system through the USB cable, and whenever we uh, compile the code and we download, that data is uh, sort of being transferred down from our development tool to the microcontroller on board. Okay, but of course, it is still a two-way communication, correct? Because while for this whole transfer to happen, there's a lot of handshaking going on between um, the board as well as the development environment on your computer. All right. Um, Now, after that is done, your code starts to execute. And this serial interface can then still be used to help us print messages, all right, that can be displayed on your computer, all right, in the same IDE interface. All right, so of course, when we go to the actual hardware, we will use the Arduino interface, but for now, we will use the Tinkercad. All right, so when we say serial.begin, we have this number 9600. Now, what we need to do is we just need to make sure that when we activate the serial monitor in the IDE environment, or in this case, the Tinkercad, they must use the same baud rate. Okay, so in our environment Tinkercad, if you see below, there is this thing called serial monitor. All right, and in the serial monitor, all right, you can check, all right, for the messages that are being printed out. All right, now let's try this out here. Now, once you say serial.begin, what it means is you are now starting to transmit data through the serial interface. And how to send data, you can use this function called serial.print. Okay, now let me just show you again step by step how things work. Okay, now if I just take this code and run it, all right, let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see that it's printing hello hello continuously. okay, without n, okay, without any n. Why? Because this is an infinite loop. Okay, so let me clear the output. Now, definitely, when you want to print messages, you don't want to keep, dumping all the data onto the serial monitor. Then it's very difficult for you to monitor what is really happening. Correct. So you always want to be careful of only printing important information that gives you the details about how the circuit is operating, whether the button was triggered, and so on. All right. Now let's say I want to have another line. I add another line of serial.print, and I say, okay, so let me put an exclamation mark here and I say good morning, something like this. All right, now if I run this now, okay, now, all right, so it says, it seems like code has error. So this is again a good thing, all right, to demonstrate, because when you write your code, all right, there's always a chance you will make errors, all right, and the tool will during compile time will try to indicate to you the line and what type of error you may have initiated, okay, in the system. So in this case, you can see that in line 9, it says there's an error expected semicolon before this closing curly brace. Okay, so what is the error? Okay, so if you can see it, it's good. All right, as the compiler already pointed out, the error is in the missing semicolon. All right, so that is good. Now let's close this and start again. All right, so what does it do? You can see that it prints hello, good morning in one continuous line again. So this is the first thing you must understand, that continuous serial prints will still continue to print side by side. Okay, if I want to go to a new line, all right, then I need to say, for example, print line, good morning. Okay, so if I do this, what will happen? I will print hello, then I'll say good morning, then I'll go to the next line. Then again, hello, good morning, then next line. All right, let me show you. Let me clear this and I will run it here. Okay, so now you can see that is all coming line after one after the other. Okay, line by line. All right, so this are the important things of a serial monitor. Now, how about printing variables? All right, so you can also print variables, okay, in the serial print. Okay, so for example, I can give you a variable count equals to 0, and what I'm going to do is inside the loop function, I'm going to print count equals to, and then I'm going to print here count. Okay, so the important thing to note is when I put anything in double quotes, that is a normal text, a normal string. Okay, so this count equals is a normal string that we printed out, okay, character by character. This count is referring to this variable, okay, or maybe I can just change it so that it doesn't cause any confusion. So this variable number, all right, which is initially declared as 0, will be printed out here, okay. And what I can do after that is I can say number plus plus, okay, which basically means that the very first time that I run the loop, it will say count equals to 0. And then I will increment, so 0 will become 1, and then I will repeat the loop again and again. All right, so let's start the simulation. All right, so here you have it. All right, okay, so all the numbers, all right, one after another. Okay, sometimes if you think that the serial print is a bit too fast and you want to slow down, as we know, you can always add a delay. Okay, and depending on again how the you expect the system to behave or what you're trying to capture. Okay, so now you can see there's a bit more um, subtle in the way it is coming out, correct? Not too much at one go. Okay, so I hope this gives you a good idea how to use the serial monitor application in your code. All right. Now, again, when you are connecting it to the real hardware, all right, which we will demonstrate in one of the upcoming videos, you also need to make sure that the baud rate setup, all right, matches this number that you have indicated. All right. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.